What's going on, traders? This is Stephen Place, the lead analyst over at Insider Report, and today I've got a very nice and exciting trade opportunity for you today in a small cap medical device company where the CEO and CFO just picked up some share purchases completely out of the blue. So what I want to do really quick is just talk about the company and the market they're in just briefly. So this is a medical device company, and it is a voluntary procedure. And what we have seen over the past 2 years from voluntary medical procedures is that a lot of people just didn't do them because of the pandemic and lockdown, and no one wants to go into a hospital and get sick and so on. So the total revenue from this industry dropped about 20%. All right, simply because no one wanted to get it done at the time. So as we come out of the lockdowns, we come out of the pandemic, we should see that come back up very quickly. This is one of those things where technically it is voluntary, but there is a lot of desire behind it to get it done. The current solutions for the procedure that they're looking to replace cost around 10 to 15K. It's very medically intensive. There's a lot of moving parts. A lot of things can go wrong. So this medical device company has developed something that is simpler, it's cheaper, it's, from what I can tell, just as effective as current treatments as well. So when you get a new mousetrap being built, that is very exciting to see. But that's not why we're looking at the company, right? You can say, oh, this is a good company, it's got a lot of potential, but again, this would not have come across my radar except we saw some decent purchases in it. So oh yeah, one more thing. Global total addressable market. It's currently, well, from 2020, it was 14.2 billion in revs, give or take. That was a 22% decline from the highs due to the pandemic. The revenue forecast from some of the industry insiders see it going up to $33.9 billion in revenue per year. All right, so that's what we're seeing. Again, I wouldn't be looking at this stock except we saw the CEO and the CFO drop 100K each in their personal accounts at the same time. So this shows us the total volume of insider buys and sells. You can see there's no insider sells right here. The big insider buy that you actually see in the middle right here is due to a fund purchasing. So it wasn't necessarily a director or anything like that. So we keep that off our radar. We're looking for individuals purchasing. And what we saw over the past week or 2 weeks is that the CEO picked up 100K. Total buy, not 100K shares, but $100,000 worth of stock. And the CEO also picked up 100,000 shares worth of stock. So this is actually a brand new purchase for the CEO. And the CEO has been around for 2 years. So when we see with insider buying somebody within company leadership who has been there for a while, who all of a sudden out of the blue makes a big share purchase, that's something to pay attention to. All right, so that's the first one. And then the CFO increased his share size by about 50%. It was the same amount of capital. It was 100K share buy. And this is where they did it. So the stock did see a gap up on, you get some people chasing on a Monday after that. We've been watching it. We saw a nice little dip, and the dip held. And this is something that we do want to pay attention to right here. For the stock, the total market cap on the company is just $33 million. It is a very small company. And the total shares float are 9 million shares. So you have a small company with not a lot of shares available, which can and does often lead to squeezes higher. So we have a lot of things that are lining up at the same time. We've got this company that is in an industry that is going to start ramping up very aggressively here soon. It's not a very big company, so it easily has a potential to double or potentially triple from here. The call buy recommendation that we had has a potential from going from, it's about a 5x potential, so about a 500% potential if we do start to see some nice catalysts and some nice upside movement as well. So those are the things that we're looking for in this stock. If you'd like to get a hold of the ticker and what we're looking for and why we want to do this, you can't just get in on your own. First off, you have to get trained up. So there's a free training for you to see exactly what we do inside of Insider Report, why we're looking at these stocks, the three main things we're looking for. We've already talked about 2 cluster buys, so more than one company insider purchasing at the same time, and then first-time buyers, with the CEO being the first-time buyer of his own stock after being at the company for 2 years. So all of those things are very important for us. So to get access to the ticker and all of our other trades in our portfolio, there's going to be a link below this video that will take you to a webinar. Inside the webinar, you can see exactly why we look at insiders, the track records that prove it, the research that proves it, and where you can go from there is after you've been trained up with us, then you'll have the opportunity to become a full-fledged member of Insider Report. You can do that after you watch the webinar. You can call into our phone team, or you can just order right after you watch the presentation. So go watch that presentation to get access to this ticker and this stock and the rest of our portfolio. That's all I got for now. Have a great day.